guys, Dawn here. Today I want to talk to you about what is good form. First of all, there are some rules to what clean means. Let's start with the hands. Cupping. The difference between cupping a ball and having your hand lay flat. This or this can make a big difference. When I'm here, if I cup it, it doesn't look quite as nice as if I'm laying it flat. Thumbs. This is especially important in bridge rolls. You're up here and you have this thumb. Transfer over, and you have another thumb. Put away your thumbs. Get really conscious about that. Flatness. Flatness of the hand is really important instead of cupping or grabbing. Grabbing the ball sometimes is okay if it's deliberate. Be aware. Are you grabbing the ball? Are you cupping the ball? Or is your hand flat? Gecko hands. This is when your hands are like wide splayed open like this, and all of your movements are in this giant splayed hands type thing. Try and keep your hands together and in form. Don't gecko hand. There's a lot of tension and strain in there. Smooth hand transitions. Making sure the transition points between your transfers is smooth, flat, and consistent. Consistent in speed, no bumps, and just a smooth, consistent roll. And finally, bending the fingers when you're doing a butterfly. So when you're coming over like this, you bend your fingers to get the ball over. We want to make sure it's really nice and flat here, and not bendy. Shoulders. Shoulders is one I really struggle with. The difference between round shoulders, straight and back. So I'm trying to get my arms down this line of my back, straight and back versus rounded. This is going to change your chest roll. If you're rounded here, rounded here, rounded here, it's not going to look so clean. Whereas if you're straight and back, you're here, or here, or here, you're going to have a cleaner look, more refined. Ear hugging. This is this type of movement. Again, it's not as nice when you're in all these forms. You're hugging your ears. It includes reaching. You want to put your arm down and back when you're reaching. Reaching forward. This is the ear hugging. Not ear hugging, down and back. Right? It just makes a cleaner line than this kind of reaching here. You want to just have that down and back, opening up the space between your shoulder and your head. Finally, with shoulders, no pushing. These chest rolls where you're pushing like this means you lose consistency. It shows a lack of control of your momentum. Pushing. Or like this. None of that. You want to be in control with your chest rolls, using the momentum from your core and your hips. That will give you more consistency in your rolls and also make a cleaner line. Hips and legs. Squaring your hips with your pelvis in, butt cheeks engaged, gives you a nice square look. If you are leaning to one side, you start to lose your alignment and everything goes off. This is where all of your power comes from. We want to make sure it's not in this weird place, unless of course you're just trying to be like some cool hipster or something. But squaring your hips, squaring your shoulders is good alignment. For your legs, this is where all of your balance comes from. If you're not balanced in your feet, your whole body is going to be off. That means you can't get any good alignment or control from your body. Pointing your toes. Pointing your toes gives you a long line with a bigger and cleaner shape. Pointing your fingers is the same as pointing your toes, making sure that you're using the longest line possible. There's a difference between being collapsed and being open, understanding what those are. You can have half collapsed, half open. Try and play with it. See what happens when you make different shapes. One of the most important things is speed consistency. It means that you have a full range of motion in which it's always the same speed. Jordan Daniels is someone you really want to watch for speed consistency. We always talk about slowing down, and this is important, but if you can't continue your roll in that slow motion pattern, it's not going to be smooth. Slowing down and then having to speed up because you don't have enough momentum doesn't work. You want to be right at that level in which you can consistently achieve that state of speed. You can speed up or slow down, but again, make it a deliberate choice. When you're speeding up, it's for a purpose, but you need it for going up. Smoothness. Smoothness is really important. This means that you've chosen the best path for the roll. That means that you're not jumping the ball at any point in time, and it means that you are on the body in contact all of the time. Smoothness means that you've taken the path of least resistance. In the end, I want to point out 3 rules that are really important to contact juggling specifically. 1 is taking the longest path. 2 is the smoothness of the roll. And 3 is the consistency of speed. These all demonstrate control of the ball and mastery over the art form. Thanks all for watching. I hope you're having a great day.